The zombies community in the last few days has not been a great place to be in. Things have pretty much gone DEFCON 5.
Warning. Breach detected on level 3. Initiate security protocol 1.
So the whole situation surrounding MrTlexifys and him literally clutching up. I have never seen a clutch up that hard before, but the guy managed to do it, and you know what? Best to him.
Wow, that sucked.
And in this response, he cleared his name and also shone some light on some dirt other content creators had, but was never really addressed, like Pat, Noah J456, and JC Backfire. Proving that Noah J cheated on his wife, and that's just crazy. And Noah J uploaded like a 15-minute live stream of him apologising in massive quotation marks, because I watched it pretty much all the way through. He didn't even apologise to Lex, which is the crazy thing. That's the one thing you're meant to do in an apology video, and he still couldn't do that. It was addressing the situation with his wife, and the other half of it was addressing the situation with Minilad at his DJ event, which was like, alright, sure, you might not have invited him, cool, but where's the apology, my guy? Where is the apology? It just seemed so disingenuous, and he was reading off a script, and I know Lex read off a script, but he sort of had to, because it was a really delicate situation, and there was a bunch of legal, and there still is, a bunch of legal stuff going on, so he had to sort of had to add a script. But for Noah J, it just seems like he just needed to get it out, and through the whole stream, I'm gonna say it again, massive quotation marks, he was crying, not a single tear to be seen, and I literally just think he's trying to do this just to what the fucking motorbike. I literally think he's just doing this just to try and like sort of clear his name. But he did apologise to his fans, and he says he doesn't deserve to be forgiven or anything, which I don't think is true. Everyone deserves to be forgiven, but you cheated on your wife, pal. So yeah, he doesn't mention the situation with Lex at all. The closest he comes up to bringing it up is when he has to pull up the video to show Minilad in the DJ stands. So he doesn't address the situation about him not going to his apartment or something. I can't remember it fully, but Lex was like in a dark place, and he was like trying to reach out for Noah for help. He said he would come to his place, but he never came. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's how it went. So yeah, all around terrible apology. You might as well bring out the ukulele for this one, pal. Lex also exposed.
Partner is Buzz Lightyear.
What? What? Alexa, shut the fuck up. Alright, listen, before continuing, I had nothing to do with that, I swear. Anyway, Lex exposed JC Backfire for cheating on his wife with his sister when she wasn't there. So, and also about him just literally not helping him at all, and pretty much just telling him to figure it out on your own, mate. I couldn't care.
I had moved to the same apartment complex as JC in 2022 and even shared about my abuse with him, and he did absolutely nothing and actively avoided me. This is why you unfollowed me on Twitter 2 years ago. Noah had also said he would visit me, but never came to my place once. JC, you couldn't even spend 10 minutes to sign a recommendation letter for my visa after all we've done together over the years. If you want to trust my ex-girlfriend so much, here's a post Reagan made about seeing you cheat on Emmy with her sister Kate at Coachella. Everybody in our group saw your inexcusable actions and were utterly shocked that you would be sensually touching your girlfriend's sister in front of all of us while Emmy was not there. I don't think PlayStation Studios wants to associate with a cheater who defends pedophiles such as my ex-girlfriend Reagan. I guess it makes sense considering Noah also invites pedophiles to his own DJ sets. This is incredibly disingenuous of all of you and makes sense why each of you would side together and defend my pedophilic ex-girlfriend while never contacting me once and dropping me at the whim of a hat. Things have never been the same with me and any of these original zombie YouTubers since this point in time, and I will never be working with them ever again.
I gotta say, the most surprising thing about all this is how Pat handled it, because Pat is meant to be Lex's best friend, and Lex reached out to him privately. He saw his message, and he didn't even like talk back or anything, and then he made his response. So he made his response without hearing his best friend's input. So that's fucked. Unlike Tim Hansen and Crazy Rabbit, who privately messaged Lex. Well, I know Tim did, but Rabbit's been supporting him on Twitter. But Tim privately reached out to him and asked to get his input on it, and waited for his response before he made up his final mind, which is, to be honest, what everyone else should be doing. They should have waited for Lex's response, but I mean, we've all got ADHD TikTok brains anyway, so no one can wait for that. But it is still really good that Lex got to prove himself innocent. It's just a shame that people have to prove themselves innocent instead of being proven guilty. Not to say Lex didn't do anything questionable or wasn't completely in the right in this whole situation, but it's pretty clear that his ex, or Reagan, is clearly not the victim in this situation. But before I end this video, Lex might not be out of the woods after all. I say that jokingly, by the way. Reagan put on her Twitter, and by the way, she's privated her Twitter now, but she put on her Twitter this pathetic response, if I'm being honest. It's even more worse than Noah's. And it can be summed up in her just saying, nuh-uh, nuh-uh, he's lying. And apparently she has proof she can use in the court of law. Like, alright, Kim Wexler, we get it, alright? You've got the evidence. Show it then. Why are you trying to prove it on Twitter when you can prove it to the police? Isn't that a good idea? If Lex really is this abuser and this fucking supervillain, why don't you take the evidence and don't show it on Twitter or on YouTube or wherever you're going to post your response? Give it to the authorities. That's a good idea, right? That's a place to start. If I'm being honest, I just think she's panicking and just trying any way to save this situation and make Lex look bad. But I don't think whatever response she's gonna come up with will be Lex's response, because Lex pretty much had over receipts. It looks like he did a year of shopping and kept over receipts with him. So it's gonna be tough for her to try and prove her innocence and disprove his. But hey, you never know. This shit's more entertaining than a Netflix show right now. Or if all this really is fake, which it probably is, let's be real. Lex probably isn't an abuser. She's tainted his online career for forever. Like, forever. This is something you can't just stand down. Even though he probably is innocent, you can't come back from that at all. Like, sure, Lex can come back and start making videos, but that's still a stain on his reputation. But yeah, bloody hell, the zombies community falling apart right before Call of Duty Black Ops 6, so that's crazy. And 3 of the biggest zombies creators, Noah J, Pat and JC, their reputations, like, no one really respects them anymore now. But yeah, I hope Lex is doing good and he's taking a mental health break as he needs it. And massive big ups to Crazy Rabbit and Tim Hansen for actually being real ones and using their brain, unlike most of us who just hopped on the hate train. But yeah, if you want my opinion on this whole thing, Black Ops 6 marketing is going crazy!